What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Slim, aka La Chef, and today I am going to be teaching you the top 4 strategies that I personally use to make buku money in the markets each and every day. Let's get right into this. First thing first, Pete. If you guys didn't know if you're not this dedicated, bro, don't even do it. Don't even do it. Look, guys, I know what you're saying. You're like, wait a second, something's different here. Something's smelly. It's the Dragon Ball Z poster. Guys, if you didn't know, I also have a gaming channel and I've been streaming the new Dragon Ball Z that came out. So if you haven't checked it out yet, you should. Pretty freaking awesome. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today, I'm gonna show you the 4 strategies that I use each and every day to pull money directly out of these markets and show you just how simple and easy it can be. So heading over into the charts, if you guys haven't seen my post that I made today we made about, I believe it was $6,000. I was aiming for 9,000, but I did get a little scared. Not gonna lie, I'm still human. This was my TP up here, but I got out a little early because this candle right here started to reject, and with US 30 you just never know. But guys, starting off with strategy number 1 is so simple. Strategy number 1 is what we like to call, maybe you call it a double top or a double bottom. What we call it, what I learned from one of my mentors, Raul, if you haven't heard of him, Limbo Raul, we call it a bounce play. A bounce play is simple enough because a bounce play isn't essentially a double bottom or a double top. So when it comes to a bounce play, it's not exactly always a perfect W or a perfect M or a double bottom or double top. But if we look right here, and let me just grab the circle tool really fast just to make it easier. As a matter of fact, let's just go with the paintbrush right here. Let's add it to our favorite. And if you look right here, price came up to this key area, this key level. Now, if you don't know how to identify your key areas, then please do yourself a favor and go watch my identifying key levels area. But pretty much it's just basically support and resistance. So if you look at this, I had this area marked up as a key level right here, and then price broke through. Okay, price broke through right here. Okay, what did price do? It broke up, tapped this next level, and at the time we didn't know it was a level. So just to make this a little bit more realistic, at the time we didn't know this was a level, but we came up, we seen rejections here on a 1 hour, and then as time went on, if we press play, what happened was price came back down eventually to this area, and now I'm looking to take a buy. Why? Because price came back down. We had the initial touch here, now price went up, and then it's coming back down for a bounce. That's what we are looking at. Double bottom, double top. But this is more so what I mean by a bounce play. It's just when price respects a key level and then it goes back to that key level, you go in for a buy, stop loss somewhere reasonable, you know, where the trade no longer makes sense, and then all you would do is go in. Not what I wanted to do, but boom, simple, easy strategy. I don't really know how to make this. I feel like people want trading to be complicated, but guys, trading is not complicated. I got in for a buy here. I believe I got in on the 4-hour setup, and that's why these entries look kind of strange. If I delete this one, I believe we probably got in for on the next strategy that I'm going to be showing you. That's why this candle looks kind of strange. What I said I was going to be doing was starting to identify exactly why I know I took this trade here, my most recent trade. I took this on a 4-hour bounce. Guys, price literally bounced off this area multiple times. Bounce, rejected, bounce, rejected, bounce, rejected, bounce, rejected. Why wouldn't I take the buy every time? Did I catch every single one of them? No, because it happened actually super quick. Like the candles would tap these areas and just instantly reject, or it would happen not in session. But I got in right here off of this because I saw price reject with these long wicks, right? Price rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So I got in right here because I'm like, all right, price is gonna respect it again. and then I held. Now, like I said, my original take profit was up here at the next key level. But I know with US 30 likes to reverse on me a lot. So when I started to see rejections, I got up out of there. But that is strategy number 1, bounce plays. So for strategy number 2, we are going to go over a break and retest. All right, guys. Same thing. This is all based on identifying your key levels. You have to know where your key levels are. Now, a break and retest, very simple, very easy. Literally, you can't complicate this. All right. So pretty much the same thing. If we go back here to this exact same area, actually, price did what with this key level? It broke above the key level. And then what did it do? It came back down to this key level to retest. Now, had you got in on a lower time frame, on a 5-minute time frame, right now we're currently looking at the hour, the 4 hour. But if we go down to the 1 hour, price broke above that key level and then gave you a retest of that key level, and you could have easily got in, stop loss right below, and you could have caught you a 2-to-1. We didn't really know what the key level was, hypothetically speaking, but I mean, you could have just caught you a quick 1-to-1. You could have caught you a 2-to-1, however long you decided to hold it. Even if you would have kept holding it for a long time, more like something like a swing, you still would have hit. It would have been a crazy hold. But I mean, eventually you could have caught you a 4-to-1, but this was definitely a swing. You could have held all the way up here for a 7-to-1. So, but just off a simple break and retest. And guys, just keep in mind that price doesn't retest once. Price came back and retested once, twice, 3 times. This is support. This is a supply area. Buyers like to buy here. Price came down again and again and again and again. Guys, you can't make this up. It's so simple when it comes to the break and retest. And you just have to be patient. Wait for price to break a key level and then trade the retest. Simple. Guys, I keep trading so simple. I can literally find this anywhere because I use it all the time. Look, if we go here, price did what? Broke this key level. Broke this key level with some momentum. And then if we go if I go to a smaller time frame, it's gonna mess with the charts. But even just looking at this, price broke above, came back down. Imagine this on a 5-minute time frame. There's a lot of price action going on. You're seeing all this craziness, but then you got a bullish engulfing candle, which is one of my go-to entry patterns. And then boom, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, easy. All right, easy. And that will do for strategy number 2. So strategy number 3 and 4 are pretty much the exact same, except one's for a bullish market and one is for a bearish market. So what we're going to go over next is usually how I attack the market when I'm looking to scalp, get in, get out, quick and easy 1-to-1 trades with a little bit more risk on it. And that is going to be a break of the highs and a break of the lows. What does that look like? So let's scale down to the 5-minute time frame, because doing it on a higher time frame, GG's, good luck, doesn't exactly work the same. But if I could scale down to a 5-minute time frame, and let's just try, the price was kind of choppy, but let's find a trending market. And guys, I catch moves like this every single day. Even today, actually, we go to US 30. Let me get rid of this. If we go to US 30, right, I turn on the kill zones and we see that the session started. Well, actually, this one isn't correct on US 30, but let's just say this is when the session started at 8:30, right? We know that the market is bullish, right? We know that the market has been pushing up, and pushing up. All right, so here we are, 7:45, 7:55, all right? And now let's just say it's 7:25. We mark our high, right? This is our high. Whoops. We marked the high. Let's go in replay mode. Get rid of that. We marked the high, and you guys, you got to watch out for that 8:30 market manipulation. I've been avoiding that like crazy. Because technically we could have looked at this as a break of the low as well. But like I said, we're in a bullish market. I wasn't looking to short or sell. I'm looking to buy. So very, very simple, very simple. And the candle is going to absolutely blow past this. But live action, you get to see that the candle is eventually going to break. And what you're looking for is a very quick 1-to-1 with a very tight stop loss. All right. Very tight stop loss. So boom, as soon as you seen this candle breaking above, like I said, you wouldn't have been able to see it while we're in replay mode. But as soon as you seen this candle breaking above this high, you would have got in for the buy, and boom, you would have been in and out that exact same trade within 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, which would have been absolutely ridiculous. Because you guys may ask me, how do I know? It's because this candle started down here. All right. This candle started down here, probably pushed down a little bit and then wiggled this way up. You got in for the buy and then you held for that 1-to-1. Boom. Usually when I attack the market like that, I put on a little bit more risk because I know that I'm very good at catching 1-to-1s. All right. 1-to-1s are pretty easy to catch. Now, when it comes to P&L and things of that nature, of course you want to try to catch more than 1-to-1s. But I don't always risk the same amount for a break of the high or break of the low as I do on a regular setup because I don't have to. If I'm looking for a bigger move that I know is going to take some time, then I could use a smaller amount of risk and just let it play out. Whereas I know for a fact I could catch 1-to-1s like that. I might put on a little bit more risk, get in and out of the market. And you can see this time after time after time again. Even right here, for instance, I mean, this is pre-market, guys, so you got to be careful. Don't take everything I say quite literally. But even if you had this marked off right here as the high, if you want to do maybe some pre-market trading, which I do sometimes, by the way, like don't be afraid to trade the pre-market. Because sometimes you do get some pretty solid setups. Like I said, we're in a bullish market. We're above the 200 moving average. So the very next candle, boom, we got a break. You could have easily went in remember guys, super tight stop loss. I know it's sickening. I know it's scary. All right. I know it's scary. And then we have a key level right here. But like I said, we're just looking for quick 1-to-1s, guys. Quick 1-to-1s. All right. And then boom, you would have hit that trade the very next, within the first 5 to 10 minutes, trade done. You could have been done for the day and you're done. You literally go on about your life. And it's the same thing for a break of the low as well. Let me just try to find a pretty solid setup. Let's just say right here, for instance, we had these highs. You could have got in for a break of the high right there, but like I said, I hope you got out quicker. But like I said, right here, you could have seen that price was respecting this area right here. It wasn't pushing above, didn't push above, pushed above a little bit. You probably would have got bamboozled if you did go in for the buy, unless you got in and out. I mean, actually, no. If I'm being quite honest, right? Because you got to remember, guys, try to picture what happened prior to what's actually printed, because this candle ended right here, right? This candle pushed up right here, ended right here. And what I would assume, right? This is just me assuming, because I stare at these markets every single day. Let's just say you got in for a buy right here, stop loss right below the candle, and you went for that 1-to-1. Guys, you got to remember that this candle stopped right here with bullish, right? With bullish pressure. You pushed up. I promise you. Let me go back. Actually, let's replay it. And let me put my money where my mouth is. If I'm wrong, I owe one of you guys, I don't know, a McDonald's burger. But let's try to see what happens. When I hit play on the very next candle. I guarantee it went up prior to going down. And let's see. Well, it didn't show. All right. So I don't owe any of you guys anything, but I guarantee this isn't a really good example. This was definitely, I don't even think this was news. There was no news. It's just a crazy move to the downside. But you want to catch these the most when the market is actually trending. So you see here that the market it was making higher highs and higher lows, and then price came down. Wow. and then price came down, made this low, made this high, and then came down, made a lower low. All right, now we know there's a change in structure. So very easy, very simple. You could have placed this right here, bop, just like that. And let's go into replay mode just so it makes sense. So you could have placed that right there because we know that that is the most recent low. We see a pullback happening, and then all we do is wait for the break. This candle started to break. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you that I don't normally wait for the candle to actually close. I'm not going to lie. And you will get bamboozled a lot, all right? You're going to get faked out a lot when you do that. But for the most part, if you catch the market while it's volatile, you see in this example that we are in a downtrend. I would have got in as soon as I seen this candle starting to break that low, and then as you can see, we would have went for our 1-to-1. All right, I probably would have aimed for the low of this candle right here, and then boom. Oh, that's scary. Oh, 5, 10, 15 minutes later would have made that. Yo, that trade is actually, this would have been scary, but I haven't been looking at my trades. Actually, guys, when I take a trade, I don't look at it because I tend to do stuff like close the trade early when I see something like look at this. Look at this. But you won't believe how many times I've closed the trade early because I've seen something like this, like, oh, it's about to hit my stop loss, and then boom. And then boom, it rejects and continue on my way. But that's really the 4 strategies that I use to make money, guys. I don't do anything crazy. I know there's a lot of ICT traders out there that looks for imbalances and fair value gaps, and I don't do any of that, guys. I mark up my key levels and I just trade within my key levels. If I see a setup on the 4-hour that I know is going to take some time, like the US 30 trade that I took yesterday that hit profit today. If I knew it was going to take some time for that trade to develop, I knew it was going to take some time for me to actually hit TP. I held that. I got in that trade yesterday at this 1 in the morning. Is at 1 in the morning. This is on no, this was Tuesday at 1 a.m. I got in the trade and I didn't hit TP until today. Sometime this morning about 9 o'clock. So that was more so of a swing trade because I held it for over a day. And like I said, if I see setups on a 1 hour, then I take the same thing. Like I said, those bounce plays, let's get rid of these kill zones. Those bounce plays, I'm telling you, once you notice it, you can't unsee it, right? You'll be like, wait a second. You're like, wait a second. Price hit it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Yo, every time, and it's respecting it every single time. After I see it 2 or 3 times, I'm like, all right, okay. And then price comes back down again. What am I doing? I'm buying. Boom, take it up. Boom, straight next to the key level. What happens next time? Boom, price came in, gave me a huge bullish candle. Boom, got in again. So, guys, don't make it harder than it has to be. I know this was a pretty good yap session, all right? But literally, very, very, very simple strategies that you can implement today, right now, tomorrow, whenever you see this video, to make you some money. Just to recap, bounce plays, key levels, identify them. Don't know how? Go watch my video. It's like the very first video I posted on my channel. Learn how to identify your key levels so when you see price bouncing off of it, you can capitalize on that. Boom, break and retest. Very simple, very easy. Identify your key levels. Price breaks through, come back for the retest. You take the trade. Boom, very quick, very easy. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Voila, make your money. On the retest, you get in, boom, you get out. Simple, simple, simple stuff right here. And then, like I said, the break of the high and the break of the low strategy is for the 5-minute time frame. I promise you, if you try to do it on any other time frame, you might hit, right? You might be able to catch it on the 15-minute or even on the 1 hour. Let's just say like a day like today, right? On the 1 hour, we're currently looking at it. This candle right here, I could have gotten in on a break of the high right here as it broke above this key level. Boom, got in, stop loss right below, went for my 1-to-1, would have been in and out within that same hour. Yes. Does this happen frequently? Absolutely not. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it on the indices. You must not trade them indices enough to know how quick they are to reverse on you. So especially using very tight stop losses. This is why it's a lot easier to do it on a lower time frame. Like I said, even like on a day like today, when price started to break above right here on the 5-minute time frame, this trade made a lot more sense. You could have got in right here, stop loss super tight, and if you wanted to, you could have taken up all the way to this next key level for 4-to-1. Pretty much you could have took it up all the way to pretty much all-time highs for 8-to-1. Did I? Absolutely not. Do I wish I did? Absolutely. We're not gonna talk about it though. The game of trading is a game of shoulda, coulda, woulda. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this yap session. Please, 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 if you have not done so yet, leave a like on this video, a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I want you guys to keep coming back, and we're gonna make this channel the #1 trading channel on YouTube. That's all I got. Check out the links down below in the description if you're brand new to trading. I got a step-by-step guide. If you want to join my Discord and talk to me each and every day, one-on-one, if you have any questions, please go to the link down below in the description, join the Discord. I also have a few other links such as the broker I use and the prop firm that I use. Check that out as well. It's been your boy Slim, aka La Chef, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.